This is Wednesday, the 24th of October. Welcome to the Armwood Opinion Channel. This is John Armwood, back again. A little bit under the weather, but I'm hanging in there. Today is the Wednesday that makes it one day less than 2 weeks to the midterm elections. We need each and every one of you to get out there and vote. We heard some terrible news today that bombs were sent by suspected right-wing radicals to the homes of Hillary Clinton, financier George Soros, John O'Brien, Congressman Maxine Waters, and President Barack Obama. Fortunately, these explosives did not go off, but it points out that the rhetoric of Donald Trump, the rhetoric of his administration, his calling for violence, is giving license to people on the right to feel that it's okay to engage in activity like this. This has not been happening on the left. We had one incident where someone actually shot a congressman a year or so ago. But we've had, over the past few years, church bombings, attacks on immigrants, black people being stopped repeatedly. Every day or so you hear of somewhere in the country a black person being stopped by a white person, questioning whether they should be there, or the police being called out. This is a direct result of the violent rhetoric that's been used by Donald Trump. And I want to be real critical of the media, because the media has a tendency, and I understand why they do it, to try to present a balance. But some issues, there is no balance. You don't have racist, ethnic, and religious attacks coming from the left. They are coming from the right, being led by our president who has neo-fascist tendencies. This is inarguable. The left has not been doing that at all. End of story. So it's time for the media, and I'm thinking of one show that really annoyed me. I've been trying not to watch it and do most of my news consuming reading it because I've been ill, but Meet the Press Daily with Chuck Todd had a gentleman on there unchallenged who was trying to put out there, a young man, that this was equally on the left and the right. No. There's no equanimity here. There's no equality. That is a lie. It has been coming almost exclusively from the right, egged on by a president who has literally called for violence from the stage while giving speeches over the past 2 years, from before he was president to during his presidency. I mean, we have to speak up for what is right. And another thing, there is a difference between telling people to get up in your congressman or government official's face and to call them out on their behavior. That's non-violent. Than to engage in the violent behavior that Donald Trump has called for. Now today, he made a statement condemning the violence. But it's late. He did not talk about what he said in the past. And he has continued for the past 2 years to engage in this kind of behavior. What can we do about it? That's my question for you. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to be one of these people who voted for Donald Trump knowing that he was a racist, a misogynist, a homophobe, and an all-around scoundrel? Those people have Donald Trump as a burden to bear. It's their responsibility. Good people don't support Donald Trump. Let's call it out. If you voted for Donald Trump, you are not a good person. You are a person that was willing to ignore his racism, his homophobia, his misogyny, and vote for him. You can repent, you can change, and behave better in the future, of course. But acknowledge what you have done. If you felt there was no difference between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, you're not a bad person, but you are a foolish person, and I think you realize that now. If you see something as the lesser of two evils, support the lesser of two evils. I didn't see it that way, but I can understand people seeing it that way. But what I don't understand is for people pompously sitting on their high horses and on their heels and not voting because they didn't get the candidate they wanted. People's lives are at stake. Children have been separated from their parents as a result of they're not voting and the people that voted for Donald Trump. He announced his candidacy attacking Mexican Americans. Yes, this is on your head if you voted for Donald Trump. If you stayed home and didn't vote, you have partial responsibility. So take your responsibility now more seriously and get out and vote a week from Tuesday. Vote for your congressmen, vote for your state representatives, vote for your governors. You all see what's happening around the country. In Georgia, with the Secretary of State openly and notoriously engaging in voter suppression. You see in North Dakota voter suppression of the Native American population. It's all around the country. Those are the two most glaring examples of it. But if we don't stop, we're going to be back in a situation that my great-grandparents faced at the end of the 19th century. My father told me that history, that narrative, as a young person. And that was one of the reasons that I have always voted. I have not missed a primary or general election since I became eligible in 1972. That was the year of the George McGovern, Richard Nixon election. And we saw what people staying home and that year led to a criminal in the White House. We have a worse criminal in the White House now. I'm going to stop now because I don't want to continue to rant and I'm not feeling well. But please get out and vote. Your vote matters. Have a good day. Please hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, you know what to do. Please subscribe for more videos. I will see you next week. And vote, vote, vote.